Sarah Silverman, and you're listening to Adam Carolla. He has a radio show.
Yeah, Brian Posehn is in studio. Brian is going to be at the Hollywood Improv tonight and tomorrow night. 2 shows, by the way, tomorrow night, and also, of course, the Sarah Silverman program, Thursdays, 10:30. Comedy Central, 3rd season. Where the hell has the time gone? And does lots of movies as well. What would you like to be doing, or do you just like the calico cat type existence of your career? I mean, like doing some TV, some stand-up, some movies.
I like it all, but yeah, it's been pretty great that I can just kind of just do whatever I want at that moment.
Does it seem to you like this is something that's happened over the last few years? Used to be movie star was a movie star and would never do a TV show, and vice versa.
Right.
And now I feel like we have people coming in here every week, and it's like he does stand-up, he does movies, he does television. Well, it's kind of nice.
Yeah, I think when you're marginally talented, though, you have to just do whatever. Yes, that's
smart.
That's what I found.
Brian, not you, brother. Biggest, funniest man in Hollywood. And so let's get your story a little bit, because I do always find it inspirational personally. I think people listen do as well, because what people realize, but I don't know if they really fully ingest it, is that almost everyone you know whose name you've heard of at some point was going to Riverfront College in Sacramento with some J.O. who was interested in pomegranates, and Grandpappy just forced him out of the house. You start off single family, you have single mother, raising a giant. She can't control you.
Is your mom herself very tall?
She's 6 foot even. Yeah.
Wow.
My dad was 6'8". So
whoa.
There was really no
choice there.
Yeah.
So you're the runt of the litter.
Were you close to your dad and your parents split up? Or?
No, my dad died when I was 2. So I don't even remember him. But my mom, had to go to school and all that stuff. You always hear.
So you were raised without a father figure, essentially. Your mother didn't remarry?
No.
So you just raised by mom.
Boyfriends, that I never liked, and then 2 funny grandpas who were my male figures.
Weirdo boyfriends sort of floating in and out, but nothing real there in the stepdad
There'd
department.
be the awesome guy that would buy you a ton of stuff, and then you'd find out your mom didn't like him because he liked you more.
Right.
That kind of guy.
And this is where? Is it Sacramento area?
San Jose and then Sonoma. Sonoma is where I grew up and went to high school.
And at what point does your mom decide to give you the boot?
17, had just graduated, and she had gone away, and she was gone for a week and just came home, and the house was a mess. I'd had like a 4-day party, and had spent some of her money, and just was not a good kid, and
she had
drank all the booze was in the house, and it was one of those things where it was like the last straw.
Now, did you protest at the time, or did you think you had it coming?
No. Yeah, I knew I had it coming.
So she kicks you out, and you go to her father's house.
No, first I go to Phoenix, because these friends of mine are going to trade school. And so I just jumped in my car and drove to Phoenix overnight and lived there for about 3 months, and that was no fun.
What trade were you going to learn?
I had no idea. They were going to trade school. I had no intention of joining them because I didn't want to work on air conditioners like they were.
I love aimless, and I was the exact same way. And so
I know you
everyone
are, because I've heard you talk about your past, but
it's weird. I don't know. Obviously, our kids will not experience the sort of rudderlessness of our life, but that feeling, and especially being a male, and no disrespect to Teresa, but somehow as a guy, you do feel like you need to be the breadwinner. You do feel like I eventually am going to have to support some kids and possibly a wife here, and I better get it together. And I remember being 18 and 19 just floating around, and every once in a while someone would go, "Hey man, they're looking for guys to work on the pipeline in Alaska," and I'd be, "Awesome, count me in." And then some guy'd go, "Hey, they're looking for merchant marines." I'd go, "Awesome, count me in." And someone would go, "Hey man, they're looking for terrorists to blow up the White House." I'd be like, "Come on, let's do it." Like,
I need a job. Yeah, I'll take. Yeah,
every idea sounds like a good and viable idea. Because the idea of you going to Phoenix and working on air conditioning sounds insane.
No,
right
I
now.
didn't go to do that. I just went to
hang out.
Yeah, to live with these guys.
And what were you doing during the day while they were learning how to fix air conditioning?
Working at Lou Grubb Chevrolet in Phoenix as a lot boy, driving brand new Corvettes around and doing stuff like that. And then working at a Taco Bell for 4 days and just
4 days.
I took those kind of jobs all the time because they're like the easy job to get. You walk into a fast food place and you can speak.
Right.
And, they'll hire you immediately.
One would think,
Yes.
although
This is awkward.
I was rejected from the North Hollywood Taco Bell.
Oh, wow.
I put, as a Caucasian, as one of the only white guys in the San Fernando
I
Valley,
can't even believe that.
I put an application in at the Taco Bell on Magnolia and Colfax across from North Hollywood High and was rejected.
That blows my theory.
You are not Bell Beefer material, my friend. Hey, work on it a couple years. Who knows? Who knows? We'll leave the door open.
I got hired at every fast food place in like suburban Sacramento because I just would take these jobs and not for very long too. Like I got hired at a Burger King and I don't think I even showed up for my first shift.
So
I worked at a Rack's roast beef. I worked at a couple of McDonald's. Yeah.
You move back then to the Sacramento area. You move in with Grandpappy.
Yeah, because Phoenix didn't work out.
And this is Mom's dad.
Dad's dad.
This is Dad's dad.
Yeah.
When Dad's dad's been gone.
Well, Dad's
since the
been
age of
gone.
2. Right.
Yeah, but Dad's dad.
Did he die tragically?
No, he died of a blood disease that they just kind of didn't know what to do with, and they also it's sad, but he had an allergy too, and they put him in a coma.
Boy.
It was one of those.
They gave
things.
him medication to which he was allergic.
Yes, and it put him in a coma, and yeah.
But you never really felt like you knew the man.
No.
Yeah, so sad, but again, probably, I don't know, better than losing Dad at age 10 or 12?
Probably, yeah, I don't know.
Or you never had the experience of the bonding with the male.
Yeah.
But
It was
anyway,
nice you had your grandfathers.
Yes, for sure, and they
so
were great.
You go to his place, you start flopping on his futon, and then what?
Well, he's a tough guy, and he's got a sense of humor, so, like, he wouldn't let me sleep in, and his way of doing that would, instead of, like, giving you, like, an alarm clock that maybe cost $5 or something like that, he would pour water on me.
Wow.
Do that kind of stuff, yeah.
And he'd roust you and get you going in the morning.
Yes.
And a guy, you needed some tough love at that point.
I definitely did, yeah.
Because at 18, 19, you go through this slacker phase where you can't find a job, and you go, F it, I'm going to rip a bong load and watch myself some Looney Tunes and eat cereal out of the box.
Right.
So he gets you up and says, you need to ask or get off the pot, and sends you off to college.
Get a job, go to school, yeah.
Right. When does it start to happen for you comedically? At what point do you get it together?
Well, right around then, it was the guy that was on earlier mentioned my friend Glenn, and my friend Glenn was the guy who said, hey, man, you're funny. You should start doing this. So I started writing jokes before I could even get into comedy clubs. I was 20 by that point.
And you started writing jokes for you to use when I
turned 21. Yeah, like I had called around Sacramento and found out I couldn't get into these clubs. But I wanted to, so I wrote an act for myself to use as soon as I turned 21.
And when you did, you hit the stage, and that was
loved
it?
Immediately. Yeah.
Never looked back?
First time I killed. Second time I couldn't get a laugh to save my life, and I still loved it. Like, I tried completely different material the following week,